In this video, I'm going to be breaking down what to expect when you first load into the chateau. This is the central hub for the game. We're going to be doing all your questing, your crafting, progression, masteries, all of that. So this is what it looks like. It's full of NPCs and quest givers as well as other players. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here, talk to Eloise, get your initial quest. You can read all this on your own. I've seen it many times. So I'm just going to go all the way, skip through to the accept.
Goodbye.
Now she's going to want you to run around and talk to all of these different people. So let's do that real quick. Yes. Very good. Come over here, talk to this guy. Oh, nope, just kidding. Talk to Piro. So Eloise is like the cook. She's a cook profession. You can buy stew and jam and stuff like that from her. Piro here is our medical guy. So got his part of the quest done. Louis is your stash. You're going to be putting all your items in there. We'll show you that here shortly. Renaud is the one you're going to talk to depart. He's also a quest giver, and once you unlock enough of his quests, you can buy and sell weapons and guns from him. And he has some pretty good stuff, actually. Alright, quest complete. There's a green check mark above Eloise's head. We know we're done with that quest, so let's go turn that in to get our stash. Here we go. So we got Brown Betty, which is a basic two-handed rifle. Louisville, very strong two-handed rifle, long sword, club, snub nose, dagger, some armor, meds, basic stuff. So now we want to accept this quest as well. We want to get all the quests, okay? There's no cap in the amount of quests. There is a cap on the side here. On the right-hand side of the screen, you see making dough. You can have about 5, I think, quests showing at one time. So it doesn't matter which quest you have pinned. Which, if I push J, that'll open up my quests. And I can choose which one I want to pin. They will naturally be pinned, but once you get, let's say, 7 quests, for example, you'll then have to unpin and pin which ones you want to actually show. So, talk to Louis, got his quest, come over here, get his quest. Yes, very good. Let's go talk to Piro. Or Pyro, I don't know what the more French way of saying that is. Piro is what my intuition is telling me. Get his quest as well. And is there a daily? Let me check this real quick. No. Okay, typically when... See, over Piro, he has a gray. Over Eloise, it's yellow. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe that's a bug in the UI. So now we have all of our quests. Before we do anything, this is the most important thing, okay? Currently, at least. Maybe they'll change this in the future, but you want to go into your stash. And these 2 items right here, Jacques Bridge map, Sarlet Farm map, it should be impossible for you to move this from your stash. This is something that they should add to the game. It's not currently the case. You can take this with you. You can die with it in raid. You can just lose it. You can sell it. And if you do so, you'll never, ever be able to look at your map again. So if I go to Jacques Bridge, I can't see anything. If you do this, you're fucked. Like, you're going to have to message a dev and, like, beg them to get this restored. It's so bad. What you want to do instead is to right-click and hit Study. So look at that. Sarlet Farm map added to Compendium.
Bye-bye.
So I just read, just read both of them. Now when I click on the bridge map, I can inspect it, and now I can look at all the different locations. This is huge, because you're going to get quests, and they're going to tell you to go to certain places. If you can't see where the fuck those places are, or where you are in relation to said places, you're screwed. So don't make the mistake I've seen some people do, which is dying with them or selling them. Immediately read those. That's the first thing you should do once you unlock your stash. Go read those maps. Now you will get the final map, Somber Forest, after you complete a couple more quests in the progression. So don't go to that map until you've done those quests and you have that map unlocked and you've read it. So now that we've done all of that, the first thing that we want to do is get into a raid. So I'm gonna hit I'm ready to depart. Actually, hold on a second. We're not ready to depart because I have no weapons and stuff on. Give me a second. Let me go put some of that. And we'll show you what a raid looks like. So let's just do some basic stuff. Right, we're new to the game. And we want just the basic stuff that if we lose it, you know, we're going to be fine with losing it. We just want to get our feet wet with the game, get some experience with the combat, with the mob. So we don't want to take our best stuff. We just want to take some basic stuff. 10 crude ampules is really not a lot. If you want to play it on the safe side, I'd bring 15. They go so fast. Okay, so fast. So now that we have scheduled ourselves to depart, we can just wait until we get loaded into a raid. Now, this guy also will eventually sell you some items. He has some craftables, sometimes some guns, some bags that you can have. Everything is wildly overpriced. However, very, very punishing early on, which is why you want to use a or B tier character as your first character to level to 10, just to get familiar with the game. You know, if we come over here and look at, oh, the queue's totally messed up. It might actually be bugged right now. If you look at the price of a crude ampule, you know, 1 silver, 35 copper, just ridiculous. That's not for 5, by the way. All right, so this is an expedition. This is the world of hunger. Reload your guns. It's gonna take 500,000 years to do this. Later, once you get some masteries down, you can spec into reload speed, which not map, which it's not gonna let me do it till I reach level 10. You can boost reload speed and also reloading while sprinting. In my opinion, they should let you do this from level 1. There's just so many proficiencies that, and the game is so punishing early on. It's super frustrating not being able to do it. But anyway, here we are. So we have a quest for flour, and to successfully extract from an expedition, we need some tavern wine, thin mead, and locate Piro's missing con. So we're hearing this might be bugged audio. I'm hearing a bloat around. I'd love to show that off real quick, if we can see that. No. Okay, so this is a waif. These are screamers, is what I call them. I don't know, they might have a different name. They will scream if you get near them. You can stun enemies. Oh, you can one-shot them with a dagger. That's good to know. If you hit them in the head, you will stagger most enemies. I don't know if that also applies to brutes or not. When you're picking up items, initially you want, because you have so few inventory slots, right? And in general, white common craftables just suck and they don't sell very well. So unless you have a profession and it's like you're more advanced in the game and you have to wait till level 10 to even get a profession. So for most of the game, you don't want to hold on to any white craftable items. Is this another one here? Yeah, okay, I think she's dead. So green stuff is good. These are dregs, your common zombie, very easy to dispatch. Waifs a little bit trickier because they're so close to the ground. If you mess up the stagger on their headshot, then they'll get a hit in on you, kind of annoying. These are weapon wagons. You can see them by this black, you know, shape here. That's a drooler, very, very strong. You can stagger them with headshots, but if you fuck up, they can get off 3 hits very, very quickly. So very, very dangerous to fight. You typically want to, it's like this pine oil, we're just going to leave that there. We don't want that. Same thing with the chervil, just useless. You're going to find much better stuff. So with droolers, you want to shoot them potentially and try to avoid melee combat or try to cheese them if possible. They're pretty strong. They're probably going to take 3 to 4 of these Brown Betty shots to the head to really kill. Wow, he's really not turning around, is he? There we go, there we go. Okay. So let's climb up on this box. They're very quick, by the way. He actually might be able to climb this, actually. Let me see. Oh! I don't want to risk that. Let's get something a little bit safer. Which is not very safe. So let's get around here. Yeah, this might be okay. I mean, they are so... Oh god, please. They're so strong that like, and other enemies, they have to like wind up their attack before they hit you. Not so with the Drooler. They do not have a wind up. We're just gonna... Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, love that. Love that they can kind of cheese you a little bit instead of the other way around. Let's try to find something we can do to get away from this. This is actually terrifying, considering we don't have a lot of stamina right now. So let's see if we can get him or get ourselves between them and a building like this, maybe. This might work. Okay, I got stuck on something, thank God. You can loot while reloading, so let's do that now. Let's be really efficient with our time. Apples, meh, useless unless you're a cook. Sure, we'll take the greenhorn. Now, we are totally willing to give that up for something better if it comes along. Alright, aggroed the wave. Pretty good. God damn it. So, I'm out of stamina, as you can see. That means I do less damage. Oops. Actually, that's good. We can show off healing. Oh. So I can show off... Or, excuse me, I do less damage when I'm... oh, my God. When I'm out of stamina. And I swing a lot slower. There we go. Jesus. So, you don't want to run out of stamina. Or out of energy, excuse me. So there's two... Let me clarify. There's this blue bar. I'm going to swing so you can see it. Or greenish blue bar, I guess. There's the red bar, which is your health, obviously. The armor bar, which is the... on the top left of your health bar. That's where the armor goes. If I sprint, there's that yellow bar that comes up. That slowly goes down. If you run out of stamina, you won't regenerate energy. Energy being the yellowish green stuff there. So if I hold a heavy attack, it's going to take up and use a bunch, right? It's going to take up energy while I'm holding it. You can't cancel it, by the way. You can only cancel light attacks by pressing, whoops, by pressing R right after queuing up an attack. Can't do it with heavy attacks. If I block, if I hold it, it's going to drain a lot of energy very quickly. However, if I just tap it at the right moment that an enemy attacks me, I'll be able to block using minimum stamina, or excuse me, minimum energy, and then be able to counter with an attack of my own a little more quickly than usual. So let us loot some of these. Let's loot none of those because they're really bad. And now we've taken some damage, so we're going to use these crude ampules. And I'm just going to show you how quickly, 3 to 5 of these go after something like that. Just a little quick engagement early on the map. Look at this. You're basically out of half your heals. And that wasn't even that bad, right? If this was a fight with an enemy team, one hit from a Brown Betty or a Louisville, you'd be completely out of heals at this point. You'd have to use 8 to 10 just like that. So it's not a lot. You typically don't want to be fighting if you can help it until you get a better bankroll. So avoid combat. Just farm these enemies here. And let's go find that Drooler now. Okay, it's got stuck. That's good for us. It's exactly what you want. Best case scenario is you get them stuck, or you get some area that they can't reach you. And take them down. There we go. So I think that was 3 headshots and 1 body shot, if I'm remembering correctly. They're usually going to drop a drooler jaw. Yep, there you go. It's okay sellable. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it's better than nothing. Now, sometimes these weapon wagons will not have a weapon, which is just unlucky. So, let us make our way down. Actually, there is a quest we do later on up here that let's go do real quick. There's a pretty good loot spot up there, as well as a nice key that can sometimes get you a dungeon key for the place that it unlocks. There's a special container that has a chance to drop it, so it's worth picking up. And you're eventually going to do this quest on your own, so you want to know what where the location is. This is for the Gravouche or Gavouche, I forget how you pronounce it, convoy or campfire quest. You're going to have to come up here and just visit the location, and then the quest will be completed. So we got another wave here. Nice. Is that flour or saltpeat? No, it's sea salt. Okay. So, with the dregs, same thing. Oh, I missed the headshot. Normally a headshot with a heavy attack is enough to take those down. Dreg head, it's fine. Let's pull this as well. Oh, out of stamina. Or energy, excuse me. Oh, going out of bounds. Oops, going out of bounds. Oh my god. So got them stuck. That's good for us. And you can just see like how punishing this is because you can't really afford the heals you need. I really wish they'd change this. You know, even me, right, with like 40 hours, about 40 hours this playtest, and maybe another 20 the last playtest. Even me, I'm taking all this damage. And I'm making a tutorial video, so I'm not like really locked in as maybe I would be playing by myself, but still, you know, that wasn't by like, that wasn't on purpose, right? Even me, I'm taking all this damage. And in order to replenish all this, just 5 ampules I'm using here. Just these 5 ampules right here. This is 5 silver plus another, what, 30 copper each, so it's potentially like 6-7 silver. Me selling all this is probably going to net me maybe, you know, these 5 items here. That's probably like 1 to 2 silver. So you have to do so many raids and get out alive, by the way. You can't just, this, you know, this doesn't just save with you if you die. You have to take all these out with you just to afford, you know, 1 fucking crude ampule. It's just silly. And I'm going to keep ranting about it because it needs to be changed. It's so bad, so punishing for new players, so frustrating, and it just, there's no reason for that to be the case, you know? Okay, we got a little level up there. We also need flour. That's great for our quest. Let's take that. Let's go look at this chest, and I'll keep ranting about how bad the pricing is currently. Yeah, if you make all this white gear more affordable, you know, nobody's gonna, like, there's no way to abuse it, right? If you find somebody that has a brown Betty or something, you're just going to leave it on the floor and take the shit that really matters, like some spare ammo, maybe their meds if you kill them and they have some, the gun that they have if you don't have one, or a slightly better melee weapon. Like, these things aren't giving you these crazy advantages. It's just overly hardcore and punishing for no reason. The game's already hardcore and punishing. You know, there's hardcore, like, hey, you fire a musket and the reload is fucking 10 seconds. That's pretty hardcore. And then there is... hey, do you want to chew on this broken glass? It's pretty hardcore, right? Like, isn't that super hardcore? You know, like, what are we really talking about here, right? This is just unnecessarily unforgiving, and it's just going to drive away a lot of new players, create a lot of frustration. So I'd love to see that change, just to be way more affordable. You know, the crude ammo is the only thing that's like, you know, almost priced correctly. It's like 15 copper. I think that's still too much per bullet. It should be maybe a single copper. That would be nice. So this is a bloat, by the way. They explode a poison cloud. If you shoot them in the head, you can prevent them from exploding. However, their corpse, which will be on the floor, can still be shot or meleeed Okay, I fucked that up. But that's okay, because now we can demonstrate exactly what happens when it blows up. So if I were to hit it in the head, it would just drop on the floor and be a big old balloon corpse looking thing. And if I were to shoot it again or melee it, it would do this thing right here. Now you don't want to go in this. Poison lasts like 3 minutes or some absurd amount of time. And it deals about 1/3 of your health bar in damage. Am I still missing a little bit? No, I'm good. So you don't want to get hit by that. Let's loot this real quick. Nothing of value. These dressers are really good, by the way. You can find keys, silver keys, bronze keys. Should be a bloat spine in this. Yeah, so let's drop this and take this with us. Okay, we got a hit bag. That is another upgrade. Very nice. Bags are also overly expensive for no fucking reason. The basic ones. You can spec in later on into increasing the amount of general slots you have. These being general slots, which is pretty good. So that's worth doing. There is a bunch of masteries you want to get beforehand. So that's definitely not a priority. Okay, so we have some food here. This one's pretty good. So let us do a little mixing and matching real quick. And we're going to hit our 5 key to pull this out and eat it. This is going to last 10 minutes. It's a food buff. And it's going to make our stamina regeneration a lot better. So it's going to come back much quicker, which is really nice. Alright. I think we're done in this area. So let's just get out of here. This was a nice little initial raid. It would be really cool if we were able to get out without coming across any players while we're in this stage of building our bankroll. You could, once you're able to get like 1/3, so you want to unlock your starter character just to practice questing on, you know, avoid some combat, and then unlock a 3rd character, or excuse me, a 2nd character, which could be your main, which you switch to if you feel like you're confident enough, or you can make that your PvP character and just use your initial stash to just go fight people and get some experience with that. So normally, god damn it, I keep messing up these heavies. I want to see something here. Hold on. This is not me being crazy, right? Like, that is a shambler. Pretty easy to kill if you hit them in the head. You'll stagger them. A 2-handed weapon, twice to the head, will be enough to take those out. Oh, so people have been here. Interesting. So that's the extraction balloon. You got to stay in the zone for 30 seconds, and that will allow you to extract. It also takes, or excuse me, it also pops red smoke, so everyone can see that someone is trying to extract. So I don't know if they're still here. Their stuff's still alive, so. I don't really, so normally I wouldn't fight this. I kind of want to see now. I think they're gone. Maybe they just looted for a second. Let's check this distillery real quick. See if there's anything goody. Yeah, see, that's real nice. So let's actually, what do we got here? Let's drop this, keep our pouch, and we can pop that if we get into a pinch, just for a little bit of extra movement speed and to deny people our loot. Alright, let's go over to the balloon and extract. There might be someone waiting for us. We will find out. So I don't want to check any of this. Normally we would if we were with the team. I just want to get out. I don't know who's around, who's looking. Could be a lot of unsavory people around here. We're just going to chill right here. Keep our line of sight open so we can see anybody approaching. We don't have any abilities. We got no heals, really. Pretty weak, so we don't want to be shot. A headshot with a Louisville would one-tap us right now. There we go. Okay, that is a successful extraction. So that's going to be some sweet XP. Okay, so now that we're back, we're going to head over to Eloise to complete this quest. Or excuse me, Lois, to complete this quest. And get some more money and items. Whatever he has to give us. XP, level. There we go. Ammo, some copper, silver, just you know, not a lot. Let's get our other quest. I want to get all the quests, as many as possible. Let's check our stash.
Bye-bye.
Okay, not yet. I think, no more quests. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put all of our really good stuff, like bags, quest items. We're going to need this later. Let's see if we can sell this for something nice. Flour. Any keys? Okay, we want to store that. These, however, for this tech test at least, we want to sell. Now, when you sell items to somebody, it increases your reputation with them. Wait, just kidding. I can't because I haven't quested up enough with her. Hilarious. So we're actually going to store all these things. But once you sell an item to a vendor... Oh, actually, you know what? I think we can sell to Pyro, perhaps. Let's just test this real quick. If you sell items to a vendor, it will increase your reputation with them. The more you increase your reputation, the better their wares, I believe. Yes, I can sell this. So look, that's a silver and 14 copper. And he's actually overcharging us now for the silver. You would think he would give us a deal because we just did this fucking quest for him. Alas, we have not, so better to not spend any money and just restack with the heals you have. You can loot areas that have medical items, but it's, again, very tedious. You have to extract alive with them. There's a lot of variables that are not guaranteed. So my workaround is just play very passively, try to build up your bankroll, try to find better heals, use other characters, stash when you burn out, and then once you feel confident, have a main character, play trios, and keep advancing through quests. The more you quest, the more items you'll be given, so you'll get meds from Pyro and other people. It'll be nice. So just try to stay alive till then. And yeah, that's it. That's hunger. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Hope you have a better sense of what to do. Once you complete a couple more quests, you'll be able to get that third map, by the way. Read that immediately. Don't forget to do that. I've loaded in Raid and forgot to read the map, and it was a nightmare. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.